The world did not end. It simply stopped breathing. For one impossible moment, the wind vanished. The rivers fell silent. Even the wolves hidden within the ancient Blackwood forest refused to howl. Then, the sky broke. A single star, brighter than every moon that had ever watched over the 7 realms, tore across the heavens. It wasn't falling, it was descending. A river of silver fire stretched from horizon to horizon, painting the night in ghostly light. Across distant kingdoms, farmers left their fields, kings abandoned their feasts, children pointed toward the heavens, old men whispered forgotten prayers, and somewhere, deep beneath the mountains, something ancient opened its eyes. The star crashed beyond the Blackwood forest. No explosion followed, only a heartbeat, one, deep, thunderous, as if the world itself had a pulse. The earth trembled beneath every kingdom. Birds erupted into the sky. The forests shivered. Then, silence returned. But it was no longer the same silence. It carried a warning. Miles away, in a quiet village resting on the edge of Blackwood, a young warrior awoke. Kyle Stormborn gasped for air. His heart pounded against his chest. The nightmare had returned, every night. The same battlefield, the same blood-red sky, the same endless sea of broken swords. Thousands of fallen warriors covered the earth. And standing among them, a lone figure, tall, motionless, wearing a crown carved from black crystal, its face hidden inside living darkness. Yet every dream ended the same way. The figure raised one hand, and a voice echoed through the battlefield. Not loud, not angry, ancient, patient. Find the crown before it finds you. Kyle opened his eyes. His room was cold. The fire had almost died. Only glowing embers remained. He rubbed his face. Just another dream. A violent knock shattered the silence. Kyle! The voice came from outside. You need to see this. Kyle opened the wooden door. Old Bren, the village blacksmith, stood outside. His face had turned pale. His hands were shaking. You saw it. The star. Kyle nodded. Bren didn't answer. Instead, he slowly raised a trembling finger toward Blackwood Forest. Kyle followed his gaze, far above the endless sea of dark trees. A pillar of silver light pierced the clouds. It reached so high. It looked as though heaven itself had cracked open. Kyle felt something he hadn't felt in years. Fear. Real fear. His eyes drifted toward the old sword hanging above the fireplace. His father's sword. The only thing left after the ranger disappeared inside Blackwood 20 years ago. His mother had made him promise. Never, ever, to enter that forest. Kyle reached for the weapon. The moment his hand touched the worn leather grip, the blade hummed. A soft vibration, almost alive. Kyle froze. The sword had never done that before. Outside, the silver light grew brighter. Deep within Blackwood, something moved. Not an animal, not a man. Something that had been sleeping for thousands of years. And tonight, it had awakened.